Now, Miss Alice, your Mr. just excited. I'll make him some eggs, settle Mr. Kirby's stomach. Dinner today just as good as dinner tomorrow, just a little more unexpected. Donald, run out there and see that Mr. Kolenkoff take that man's coat and don't challenge him to a duel. He got that look in his eye. What's that Napoleon Hill say? Win a parish? Well, go on now, win a parish. Another one of them Scottsboro boys. Papers say 105 years. I say, what them white gals doing on that boxcar, all them men, colored or no? The one already say yes to assault on a policeman so they don't hang him for the rape. State drop charges on the other 4 on account of careful consideration. Careful consideration? Colored boys gonna risk hanging on account of a couple of white gals? And the youngest only 13. Well, 6 years on the row, he a man now. Black boys don't look like boys, I suppose. Poor Miss Alice. Oh, he a nice enough fella, but can't keep one day to the next. Man don't need a wife, he need a bloodhound. Here the missus got all the painting and whatnot all over, and I ain't changed the table linen. 6 years. 6 years, 2 trials on account of white boys say colored boys chase him off a boxcar. Should have read that Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill say, where a little colored gal whip a white man for 50 cents, ain't lift a finger. Say her mama sent her to this white man, say, send along 50 cents. The white man tell her, say, go on away, she don't go. The white man yell and scream and carry on like to commit murder. How this colored gal gonna stand up to a white man, but she stay right there and say her mama got to have it? You know, he give it to her. Told that to the missus, she liked to holler. I tell her, say Napoleon Hill say, well, it's desire for something. Say you got to have a want. And you got to act like you already got it so it come to you. Say the man that seen it happen on account of it was his uncle, was the man in question, took it to heart and sells over $1 million in insurance a year today. Of course, I tell the missus, the man, probably the child's daddy, don't want no more trouble than he already got, but got me to thinking on them boys. I've a mind to quit these here folks and will myself a gold mine. Colored boys riding a boxcar. Not that I don't take to 'em, mind. I take to 'em fine, missus and all of whatnot, and Miss Alice, but some days it's only so much gratitude you can take. 6 years on the row on account of you won't, them boys. Chicken in every pot. Well, first you got to have a pot. All anybody talk about around here is communists and income tax. Judge say where a white woman can't give consent where a Negro is concerned. I start thinking of Mr. Kolenkoff in his hands. Every time he show his face around here, he come up after me with his hands. And I thought of that white gal in her new coat come back to testify she made it all up on that boxcar on account of the other gal and not wanting to go to jail. Youngest was 13. Got them eyes. When you 13, you supposed to see the world big and bright. Ain't but 13 got the eyes of a man twice his age and every colored man he ever met. And the other one, not much younger than Miss Alice's. Can you imagine him in a suit? Making his way across Europe instead of riding the rails, running from God only knows what. Black boy riding the rails talking about you won't. I thought about that white gal in a coat in that courtroom, and for the life of me, I start thinking of Miss Alice, worrying a pretty little head about frankfurters and pig's feet. Not that she would ever put it in her mind. Good heart don't fall far from the tree. I know that, but she comes right into my head. And I start thinking of Kolenkoff in his hands every time he show his face. Never mind you standing right there. My man standing right there. He come for me all hands. Don't do Miss Alice or the missus like that. Oh, and I laugh. I got to laugh. Color gal good for that. Ain't nobody worrying about my consent. Not that the Sycamores not fine people. Sycamores are fine people. Treat you good, laugh with you, look you in the eye. Missus don't treat you like she doing you a favor. And she laugh, I tell her about the little colored gal, but I start thinking on Judas and the 30 pieces of silver. And them boys and that gal and Miss Alice got all mixed up with Judas and the 30 pieces of silver, and I got so cold. I had to stand still. I was so cold, except for my head. It was hot, like to catch fire. I couldn't remember where I was or my own name. And right then, the missus come in and asked me what's wrong, and I can't say. This don't sit. And I can't say. I know she thinks she practically raised me. I come into this house on her account and see fit to stay on account. It's respectable. And what else a colored gal fit for but cooking and cleaning? My mama's mama. What anybody make us fit for, hope for, spill our blood, keep the world from crashing down? Gal got to have a place. This here, you almost like somebody. Mrs. Paint and writer plays and whatnot, and she asks you what you think on things. What else I'm gonna do? But it's something sitting on my heart. I think of them boys want so bad they left home to try and find, and it would have get them. 2 stories and a worth of brick ain't falling down around your ears, or swimming with the rats a kind of relief, but it's something on my heart, a want. Want ain't got no name. And the missus looking at me, the kind of look I ain't seen, a kind of hurt. But she might as well be on the moon. All this want. Don't know nothing else, wouldn't know what else, but I can tell you I spent my whole life wanting it and it ain't come to me yet. Be let alone sometimes. Or cook and clean just for my own. Be called Miss instead of by my first name, where it's just me, ain't for nobody else. Not to be handled, not be of 2 minds the minute I open my eyes to when I lay my head down and disappear to sleep. A place in the world. World, spit me out, don't leave me no room to be in it. To walk and to breathe and to be those boys. That gal stood right there until he give her 50 cents, but she didn't stop being colored, I tell you that. Don't suppose Mr. Napoleon Hill was thinking of us when he said all that. Otherwise, we'd be emperors of the world, all I want. Maybe we just want the wrong way. Yeah. Guess I'll get on these eggs.